Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. About 24 hours ago, crypto prices began plummeting, resulting in the headline that is on your screen right now from you today. XRP loses all monthly gains in 1 hour. Here's how. Yes, easy come, easy go, but that doesn't, if you literally consider what's been happening with XRP for most of this year, that doesn't paint a picture of the general sentiment out there. I think that as XRP holders, in terms of price action, hasn't been so bad this year. And I think most of us, I think it's fair to say, are very optimistic for the future, especially in light of the impending end of the SEC v. Ripple case. But yes, crypto prices did drop. And by the way, for anyone curious, what the hell time is it? It is 2:54 a.m. On Thursday, April 20th. So, and I'll show you a chart in just a second, but I think it was basically right at 3 a.m. 24 hours ago that this all started going down here. And by the way, I saw that drop happen in real time. And sometimes I'm up at weird hours anyway, but you want to know why I was up at a weird time last night? It's because there's this demon bird hanging out in the trees outside, and during the days, it's not a peep. Maybe it's out flying around somewhere, I don't know. But then it comes back around midnight every night. It's been doing this for the last, 4 or 5 days. And it just won't shut the hell up. It's just chirping and chirping and chirping. I cannot sleep. So this little bitch-ass bird, it's out there making the sound, and it's got me up, and then I see crypto prices plummet. So on the bright side, I was able to purchase some crypto, as I frequently do when prices go down in a notable fashion. I just purchase, and if prices go lower, I'm probably gonna be enticed to purchase even more. And I just purchased some more Flare coins. But anyway, before going any further, I do want to be clear: I do not have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And by the way, as far as this little demon bird hanging out outside, only chirping way in the AM hours. I was actually tweeting about it at the time. Some of you may have caught that because I was so freaking out. I was like, I need to crowdsource information. How do I solve this problem? And somebody said, you need to go out there and play some hawk sounds. That's right. You need some predator sounds. Play them on the speaker, and that'll scare the bird away. And first I was like, are you trolling me? Are you trolling me? Are you trying to make me look like a jackass outside? But apparently it's actually a real thing. There are a bunch of YouTube videos of just hawk sounds for this exact purpose. So here it is. At this point, it's probably like 2:30 a.m., probably something like that. And I'm outside with a Bluetooth speaker playing hawk sounds to this little bitch-ass bird in the trees. And you know what that little prick does? You know what that little prick-ass bird does? First he shuts up, and I'm like, oh, is he going to fly away? But then I see him just standing there, the little demon bird just staring at me. And you know what he starts doing? He starts singing back to the hawk sounds. Ah, demon bird. So anyway, and by the way, it's chirping right now. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but it just will not shut the hell up. I need to get that off my chest. Thank you for listening. That really grinds my gears. But as far as XRP, look, things could be a lot worse. Yes, XRP is a hair below 50 cents at the time that I'm recording this, down 5% over the last 24 hours. You got Bitcoin at $28,985. You got the market cap for the asset class at $1.24 trillion. You got Bitcoin dominance at 45.13%, and you got the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 52 out of 100. So for the first time in a long time, we're actually in neutral territory. The market is no longer in greed. Although, when the price went down 24 hours ago, that just increased my personal greed. I'll just say that. And then there was also this from chart analyst Credible Crypto. He shared the following with his 340,000 followers on Twitter. He said, getting a little nervous with recent price action? So far, playing out exactly as anticipated in my recent YouTube vid. Everything from the lower time frame bear divergence to the chop/drop. A move to $28,000 is normal/healthy. Yeah, exactly. So this isn't exactly something to freak out about. I was also listening to the Blockchain Backer. If you want his full analysis, just check out his content. But I will note that he was showing that it's not outside the realm of the possibility for XRP potentially to drop even further, potentially get back to 30-something cent range. I just don't want to regurgitate his TA because this is not a TA channel. I love sharing perspectives from various analysts, but in terms of getting into the nitty-gritty, there's other stuff for that. That's not what my channel is all about. I am just bored to tears over actual technical analysis. Just not my thing. Then there's this from chart analyst Income Sharks. He shared this chart and he said, Bitcoin, almost back down to the level I was selling. Twitter was getting too bullish above $30,000. Sell when they get loud and buy when they get quiet. Now would be a much more logical place to start scaling in, but I'm still sticking to my plan of $25,000. And so look, another analyst here thinks that it's quite possible that we are going to be seeing perhaps roughly $25,000 Bitcoin. But again, nothing goes up in a straight line. If if you got panicked over this most recent drop, my question would be kind of like, why? shouldn't you look at 14 years worth of price action for Bitcoin? Shouldn't you have come to expect at this particular juncture in time for things like this to happen? Even if things, this year obviously been way better than the dumpster fire of 2022 as it pertains to crypto. Which is why, as this little bitch ass bird keeps keeping me up each night, I'll just if the price drops, I'll just keep purchasing. That's fine. I don't mind seeing that, honestly. I get more excited when there's opportunities like that. And you know what I should do? I'm probably going to have to take some profit sooner than later and purchase a BB gun, which by the way, fine, last thing on the bird. I started thinking, and a lot of people suggested this, it just wasn't going to be my first potential solution, but a lot of people are just like, just get a pellet gun. And I don't have one. So I did start looking up BB guns, and I found one that looks exactly like a real-life Glock. So I might shoot that little bitch-ass bird with what appears to be a Glock. It's a fake gun, well, I mean, it's a BB gun. But, my gosh, that bird. I'm going to have to go back and listen. Like, can you hear that? It's right outside. This little demon bird. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but I can hear it clear as day right now. But of course, it's not the day. Okay, so look, as far as XRP and losing all monthly gains in just 1 hour time span. Okay, well, look at the chart here. Here's a 24-hour chart for Bitcoin. Now it's exactly 3 a.m. as I record this here. You can see the chart though for Bitcoin. It started to drop. I think it's fair to say, actually, pretty much right at 3. Honestly, you can see it just went down and then kind of traded sideways a bit, and then went down a little bit lower. XRP did the exact same thing at the exact same moment in time, right at 3. It just started dropping from 52 cents down, and then you can see since then it bounced back up a little bit, and then it's been very quickly actually, and then it's just been trading sideways. So fine, loses its gains inside of an hour for the month of April, but if you look over the last 30 days, it's actually still up over 28%. So could certainly be worse here. And then there was also this, so like there still are the positive headlines out there. There's this one, I don't want to read the article, I just kind of want to make like a broader point here. This is from the Crypto Basic. Top trader claims XRP below $1 is a life-changing opportunity. Now, y'all know me. XRP is my #1 holding in crypto. It's my very favorite cryptocurrency for so many reasons. If I could, seriously, I don't mean this, if I could only hold one cryptocurrency right now, my choice, it's XRP, and it's easy for me to make that choice. Now, are most people going to achieve life-changing wealth investing in XRP? No, but it's also true that most people won't gain life-changing wealth from investing in anything ever. It's not that the opportunity's there. We all know the opportunity's here. It's incredible. And it's so empowering just for the everyday person, because there's never been an opportunity like this just to have an asset class like this. Brand new asset class, over a decade old at this point, but to have the opportunity for these types of returns, it's just unheard of. There is no historic precedent for anything quite like this, and sustained for so long, 14 years. And so unquestionably the opportunity is there. And yes, I mean, I'll say that I don't know what's good. I don't make price predictions. I don't know for sure where XRP price is going to go, of course. But I will say, even if XRP just gets to like $5 to $7, I've purchased so much of it that for me on a personal level, if I were to sell in that range, even just $5 to $7, that's life-changing for me. And so I did have to take on a lot more risk than most people would be willing to in the meantime, and I've been doing that for over half a decade now. Dollar cost averaging, making some larger purchases in 2020, and then just sitting tight since then. So is the opportunity? Yes, I firmly agree with the concept. Yes, the opportunity for life-changing wealth, investing in XRP is still there. For most people investing in like Bitcoin, there's so much money in that. I mean, for me, the answer is just flatly no, unless you're talking about, fine, buy a Bitcoin now if you have the, close to 30 grand to put into it, and then, check in a couple decades. Okay, but can you imagine XRP's return over a much shorter time period with that same amount of money? I just think there is no comparison at this point. So, yeah, as far as this idea for there being an opportunity for life-changing wealth, yes, under $1. Now, it depends on how much a couple factors. How much you own, and also how long are you willing to hold? And so for me, I just wanted it to be the case that next time XRP hit a new all-time high and entered price discovery, I was just trying to do my best by purchasing so much that I wouldn't have to wait through a market cycle after that point in time. That's the goal anyway. So if I mess it up, or maybe it's not as exciting a pop as we're thinking, and then I don't unload as much as I think, okay, fine, then maybe I have to hold it even longer, which wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world. But I'm supposing that's not exactly the case, which is why I've done what I've done. But the point is, the opportunity actually is there. I also want to share with you a few things that chart analyst Rakesh Upadhyay had to say. He writes for Cointelegraph here, and he shared the following. Bitcoin has been witnessing volatile moves in the past 3 days. The pickup in volatility shows that the buyers and sellers are vying for supremacy. Bitcoin recovered sharply on April 18th, but gave back all the gains on April 19th. The latest sell-off may have been triggered by the high inflation figures in the United Kingdom and the regulatory uncertainty in the United States. Profit booking was not limited to Bitcoin, as most major altcoins also turned lower. While a deep correction is possible, Glassnode said in its analysis on April 17th that several on-chain indicators are pointing towards the end of the bear market. If that is the case, the dips may be viewed as a buying opportunity by long-term investors. Yep, hell yeah, that's exactly how I'm looking at it. In fact, I was thinking about it a little bit more before I started recording this video, and I actually may just kind of peruse the rest of my holdings and see if there's anything else in terms of current price action for specific altcoins, see if there's anything else I'm interested in holding. Not just holding, but purchasing more of. Because there may be some additional deals out there, that maybe I just want to top off my bags a little bit further. I haven't had an opportunity to go like coin by coin, but I'm kind of interested to see that. I know that just in a general sense, obviously the market went down, but I want to kind of hone in and get a little bit more specific about that before prices ultimately go back up. Even if they go down first a bit more, whatever. So maybe I've got some time, but we'll see. You never know for sure. Then there was this article from the Daily Hodl. Bitcoin is about to crush altcoins, according to analyst Benjamin Cowan. Here's why. Look, I don't want to read the article. I just want to make a point on this as well. In terms of Bitcoin dominance, he does ultimately point out, and it's cited in this article, that what you see if you chart Bitcoin dominance, you can see that of late there's just been higher lows in terms of Bitcoin dominance. That is exactly what you want to see, and historically what we have seen leading into new bull markets. It's always been the case that Bitcoin is what leads the market, and that's fine. I don't think Bitcoin's that particularly exciting. I hold it. I'm happy to continue holding it, but it does lead the market regardless. And money flows into Bitcoin. At some point, people want to take profits, and then inevitably, you have the situation where, of course, and there's obviously no shortage of historical proof of this, a certain amount of that money then goes into altcoins, large cap coins, mid caps, and small caps, rinse and repeat. That's pretty much it. So the fact that we're seeing this, again, no single metric, no consideration is the end-all be-all, but if you look at the sum of all of these parts, it paints a very positive picture for crypto in general. So fine, the fact that the last 24 hours have been a little bit to the downside, that's not the least bit intimidating, right? And then there's also this. From the Daily Hodl, altcoins take back seat as institutional investors give full attention to Bitcoin. And again, I don't mind seeing this. XRP is my favorite cryptocurrency. It's the one that I'm most excited about. But happy to see this as well because, again, the asset class moves in tandem. It's just that Bitcoin does lead the way. And for the indefinite future, I think it's quite reasonable to surmise that you're going to keep seeing this behavior. Fine, I don't mind. Digital assets manager CoinShares says institutional crypto investment products enjoyed their fourth consecutive week of inflows last week. In its latest digital asset fund flows weekly report, CoinShares finds that institutional crypto investment products saw inflows of nearly $114 million last week, a continued sign of bullishness from institutional investors. Quote, digital asset investment products saw inflows totaling $114 million last week, which is seen continued improving sentiment for the asset class. This 4-week run of inflows now total $345 million, almost fully correcting the prior 6-week run of outflows that totaled $408 million. Yeah, and so look, even though we've seen a lot of positive price action, like I keep saying in this video, for this year, you see that institutional investors, they do not They do not invest the same as a typical retail speculator. Some of them will just purchase and they'll just hold and that's it, and they make almost no changes over long periods of time. But then there are other institutional investors, while of course, again, not behaving like your typical retail speculator, they will play on bigger swings. We see that all the time too. So this isn't particularly surprising. But again, directionally, what have we been seeing? This is a hell of a time to be investing in crypto just in general, and especially for XRP. I think that XRP is going to absolutely stun all participants in the asset class. Should we get a positive ruling in the SEC v. Ripple case, which is what I'm banking on that. I think that's the most probable outcome. No way to know for sure. But should we get that, I don't know how high XRP would rocket, but it would go up quickly. I could imagine right after the news breaks, if it's actually positive. Would you be surprised if XRP were up like 100% in just like a matter of hours? Would anybody be surprised? And I'm not making a price prediction, just to be super duper clear. I'm just saying, like, what if that's just the start? And it does make you wonder. So I don't know if this would be the catalyst necessarily that would get XRP to a new all-time high. Maybe. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. But I love that this is happening in 2023 and not 2022. Because, yes, even if you got positive news and say the case settled last year, I think you still would have seen a notable jump for XRP if it were positive news. But, if you're talking about being in a bullish environment, that's a whole different realm, my friends. And that's what we're actually playing with here, which is the coolest damn thing. So I don't know how long we're going to have to wait, but it could be dropping anytime. Just like I keep saying, one of these days we're just going to wake up and bam, there will be the news. In fact, maybe the first thing I'll notice is that XRP price is abnormally high, and then I'll just know in that moment, okay, positive news. On the flip side, though, if I see that XRP is down like 50% from when I went to sleep the night before, I'll be like, Judge Torres, what did you do? What did you do? But the good news is, even if something disastrous happened, I'm telling you, man, you just wait until we have a higher court, especially if it makes it all the way to the Supreme Court, which I don't think it's going to be necessary. But if it comes to that, XRP holders, we will have our day one way or another. That's my position. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.